But because only one normally open condition or contact. So let's go over here and, I will come over here. I'm sorry guys, let me minimize this one. I'm coming over here. I will add another routine, let3 LTC, and rinse and repeat again. I will call it by JSR L3C and hit accept. Now, right now it's ready for me to program one push button. This is a little tricky. I edit, but I don't want them like this. I want them to be parallel. So to add a parallel over here, there is a selection here. It's called branch. When you press this branch, it makes a branch over here. Now I can push a put an output here. Now I select this one, put another output here. So if you need more branches right now, if you notice that this one was invisible when this branch wasn't here, let me delete it. If you see, you cannot click it right now.
Yeah.
But after this one appeared, now I can add more branches over here. So once you click one branch, then you can add many more of this. So it is telling me that, see, normally open. So I will use this one as my push button. Let's copy this guy. So let's paste it over here. Let's delete this bracket. And it is telling me, okay, if I cannot copy and paste, okay, so how am I going to select it? Just by double click here, guys. Go over here. So double click the arrow. It will show you all inputs and outputs that are, designed in our system. So if I come over here, O4 and data 4, O4 and data 5, I will select them. So I will find them again, O4.
Data 4.
Again, I have another arrow here. So this is the O4.
Data 4.
And double click O4,
Data 5.
And now I can just put a dot and 5 here. Now there is nothing red, seems it's a good sign for us. So again, I will go to my push buttons again. So only pushing 4 should trigger for L5. Let's make it like this again. So I press 4, it's turning on both outputs, like 4 and like 5. And release it, it's gone. Push, comes. And this is a momentary push button. It's producing as long as you press this.
Yeah.
So again, and it's asking me to create another one. Of course, to make it easier, again you will get this habit. I just copy this guy, paste it over here, just change the
4 to 5.
Yes, 4 to 5, and this will be 6 and 7. 6 and come over here and 7. And I hit accept. So data 5 means the 5th push button. So it should turn on 6 and 7. Is it? Yes.
Yeah.
It's working right now. So again, if this condition is true, then outputs are true. And we go to D. So we go over here and see our, so it's saying that it's an OR logic. Condition or this condition should be true to turn on this condition.
Yeah.
So there is an OR logic here. So
We will make a branch. And,
yes, we will make a branch at
in
the
the
beginning.
beginning, yeah.
At the beginning, yes. So again, I will come over here, right click, add new routine, and L3 D, hit OK. It's created over here, but again, we have to call it. So let's try something. I'm not calling it right now, okay? So it's not called. So let's see what happens. Let's make this guy bigger. So first, let's put a branch. Let's put 2 push buttons over here. and let's put the output here. And my logic is saying that L33D, which ones I should use? 6 and 7. Let's copy. Paste over here.
7.
And our output is 8.
8.
So
Output
let me
4,
select it from here. Output 4.
8.
And I will select this 8. Everything seems correct. Finalize my edit. Now, okay, I didn't call it, right?
Yeah.
It's not called. So this one this one should turn on like 8. So let's try.
Yeah. Not working.
If you see that output is not idling,
Yeah.
because there is no energy here. To make the circuit open, one side should be a 24 or 12, other side should be a 0 to close the circuit. That's why it doesn't. So let's try again by calling it. Let's add this guy over here. Sorry guys, I have to maximize it to put this one. So JSR L3D, hit accept it from here, and now let's try now. So
Yeah,
let
now
me put
it is yellow.
let's put it. If you see that right now,
Yeah. Yellow.
lines are
Yeah.
energized.
Yeah.
Now if I press either 6 or 7,
It will turn on the light.
yeah, it will either use the branch below to complete the circuit
Okay.
or upper branch to complete the circuit. But both of them do the same job actually. And my instructions are saying that make another one, but use 8 and 9 and turn on the 9. So let's make it, guys. So let's make this guy bigger. I added a branch. Copy, paste, sorry. This will be 8, this will be 9, and this will be also 9. And I hit accept. Let's go back to my HMI. So I'm expecting this push button or this push button should turn on this light. So then it's working again.
Yeah.
So we have an OR logic over here. We have a simple OR outputs here. And we have a normally open contact, close contact and output. And we have a plain outputs here, which are working. Now we go to, I guess, a little more combined logic. So L3A, I'm sorry. So let's read our logic. So again, create a logic to arrow operates, select between 3 modes of operation. So we will do a latching logic. So it will be something like this. I will show it to you. So we will use, so let's first create our
New routine.
and let's call this guy L3. It's okay, call it from the main directory.
Sir, can you make a bigger screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
This will be, and let's call it JSR again, space L3D. Hit enter, accept the logic, and it's accepted because the screen is too big.
Yeah.
Now let's do our logic. So it's basically asking me, if you remember guys, we did something over here. Let me show it to you. So it's asking me to do this one.
Okay.
So each push button will trigger one light, only one only. So since they are discrete push buttons and they cannot be pressed at the same time, we can think them as a selector switch.
Okay.
So because I cannot hold two of them at the same time. So again, let's do it. So create a branch over here and a branch over here. Again, we make this, and let's try to do over here. You can do them in 3 runs, if you want, or one run. It depends on your habit. So, sorry guys. So, one, oh, sorry, here, one, two,
3.
and
1, 2, 3.
And over here, we are going to use a latch logic here. Latch, unlatch, unlatch. Again, unlatch, latch, unlatch. Go one more branch, unlatch, unlatch, and latch. So let's check our push buttons, guys. Which of them are we going to use? So let's see. It's saying that use 10, 11, and 12, and lights should be 11. So once I do it, so let's select it from here, iData, dot 10. Let's copy this guy, paste 11, and paste 12. And we are looking for the outputs. Again, double click, go to all, and data 10.
Yeah.
Let's copy this guy, paste it here. Sorry guys. Copy this guy, paste it over here, make this guy 11. Paste it here, make this guy 12. And copy this guy. Sorry, again, copy this guy, paste it here, paste it here, copy this guy, paste it here, paste it here, copy this guy, paste it here, and paste it here, and copy, we are going to copy this guy. Now everything seems fine, but I'm going to add one more layer for this guy.
Yeah.
So I want to unlatch them all when I press the 13th one, okay? So I come over here, turn, and I will add unlatches here to make my circuit safer.
Okay.
Right now, I will just accept my logic. It's a longer one.
Yeah.
It will seem a little ugly. So I will just expand this guy a little more. How can I make it bigger?
It's visible.
Yeah, it looks a little ugly, but you know, you understand. So it's saying that if I look at this logic, if I press 10, I will latch light 10. If I press 11, I will latch 11. If I press 12, I will latch 12.
Okay.
And pressing any push buttons will unlatch the other conditions. So, for example, if I press 10, right now, let's say, let's say auto mode selected,
Yeah.
okay? And if I press 11, it will unlatch 10, but
And
latch light. And right now, if you notice that I'm not holding my hand,
Yeah.
it latched it and stays forever.
Forever.
So what was the risk? Nothing was on, right? If I press something. But right now, something is on and they stay on. One of them is always on. Sometimes you don't want that,
Yeah.
guys. Because sometimes you want to go completely off mode.
So we
So
will
that's
press
why
PB13.
I press this one, then it's right now turning on everything. So 11 is latching like 11, 10 latches 10, 12 latches
12,
this one, and 13 unlatches all of
10,
them.
11.
So this is my safety over here. If I can press as much as I can because nothing is happening. So
Yeah.
basically I am moving a 0 to a 3. But if you move a 1 with a latch, it's risky.
Yeah.
And you know, if you don't have this one, the only term you can do, either press this one or this one, but every time one of them stays on, so it's not a good condition. So right now, you know, here we have some questions, okay? So using your approach, how many modes could you create or track? With our approach, we have only 3 modes, right? 4th mode I added, but with this approach, I can only do 3 modes, and you know, we can only track 3 modes, and you know, it's